Ian is a weirdo. So today I'm going to be working on my little leg for my voodoo doll, and I'm just having a really tough day, so just gonna focus on the good things that are coming out of today and not really, you know, focus on the bad. That's always easier said than done. I just kind of am feeling a little out of it, a little, I don't know the word for it. Um, so, welcome in. Um, yeah, I'm just working on my voodoo doll, and I just got a lot on my brain today. Been doing a lot of reading, a lot of research on, things that are going on in my head, and those aren't always easy things to read. Not always easy to acknowledge about yourself or, um, things like that. So I've been wanting to do more research into my conditions and how I can welcome in, um, how I can treat my conditions and get the most out of my treatment with my therapist and psychiatrist and whatnot. And it's just a lot. There's a lot of components to any illness. And hey, Daniel. I know that everyone has their own, cross to bear and things to deal with. And I just am having a day where it's like, it feels like a little bit too much. Just feels like I can't take any more than is already on my plate. So, what do? I crochet. And that is going to be the answer for me today. I was watching a lot of YouTube and reading a lot. For those of you who don't know, I read a lot of fan fiction. Um, and I just kind of was settling into some habits that maybe aren't the healthiest. When I get down, I tend to just want to kind of shut down and not really do anything. I just want to sleep, and um, that's about it. And I needed to be productive and do something. Diamond painting helps. That's what I've been doing to get my mind off things. Yeah, diamond painting is so great. I find that I like the more immediate satisfaction. Satis- Why can't I think of this word? My brain is so like clouded. I'm like, what are words? Um, the immediate gratification. There we go. Of crochet as opposed to diamond painting, which is quite a laborious process for me, at least. Satisfaction. There we go. I couldn't think of the word. Like satisfaction. What the hell is that? No wonder I couldn't find it. Um, couldn't find a word that didn't exist. So, not surprising there. But yeah, I don't know. I know some people really love it. It's like paint by numbers. I've never been able to successfully do a paint by numbers because I just find it tedious. And I like other tedious things, but for some reason that's just not my level of tediousness that I can deal with. I really wanted to make another squishy stress ball, but I uh, just like after the last one, I feel like I got a little burnt out, and I think that's kind of a statement on my mental state right now is that I get burnt out by doing like one stress ball, um, and um, yeah, I just because like so every stitch that you do in the first round, so in your chain of six, you end up doing 16 um, 16 uh, stitches off of that. So like it gets really big really fast, and it can take a while to get around. So I'll probably do one of those today, once I'm done with wherever I want to end up with and this uh, leg. The leg is, I mean, very easy. It's amigurumi and it's big, so it's not like it's hard to get into the stitches or anything like that. I do find that working with this yarn, this is Pound of Love, i.e., Pound of Hate, um, is a little finicky, but this hook is making pretty quick work of it. A little slower than if I used my clover, but that's okay. It's worth it just to use this hook because it's so beautiful and it slides really nice. Um, so, um, yeah, I don't know. I just like, yeah, I'm in kind of this like cloudy headspace where I want to be able to think a little bit more clearly and function a little bit higher than I am, but I just can't really be bothered today. And so I figured I'd actually crochet if I got in front of the camera instead of sitting and kind of doing things that weren't as productive um, just by myself. Um, I'm just really kind of I'm feeling down, but I'm also feeling just kind of like spacey. You know what I mean? Does anyone else get that way? Or they're just kind of like floating along, like, oh. Yeah, like I said, I've been doing a lot of reading about my conditions and all kinds of stuff, and it's kind of like looking into a mirror and pointing out all of your flaws. Hey, Darsha, I crochet and listen to music or listen to comedy. That's a good idea. Yeah, I like doing that too. I just like, you know, sometimes don't have the motivation to do it. Man, today is a brutal one. But it's okay to have days like this. They happen. And we just have to keep moving, keep working, you know. For some of us, oh wait, did I just do a single crochet where I was supposed to do a slip stitch? Yeah, I did. Um, I missed you yesterday, but those new frills looked amazing. Sorry I had 24-hour flu. Oh no! Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. I totally understand you missing. You do whatever you gotta do to take care of yourself. Taking care of yourself is number one. That's why I'm here. This is my pseudo therapy. Yeah, it's just like, oh man, I feel like shit. I feel like shit, but I feel like at least I don't look like shit. Like, I mean, like, I'm not saying I'm like, look how cute I am. That's not what I was even intending. Um, I just mean like, at least I'm like bathed and showered, and I have my hair gelled so it's not fucking sticking straight up. Because that's what it's been doing lately. Like, the humidity just fries my hair and it just sticks straight up, and it's not a cute look. I don't recommend it to anybody. And yeah, so, but I'm bathed, I'm clean, I have relatively clean clothes on. I'm still wearing my pajama pants from last night, so no judgment. We can't all be perfect. Um, I don't know anyone who is perfect, as a matter of fact. If I meet him, I'd probably hit him. Um, hey, Jennifer. I'm just having a day where, the only thing I can think to make myself feel better is to be productive and crochet a little bit. I'm gonna go to the gym later, I think. I really don't want to. You're so calming and relaxing. I give a peaceful sigh of contentment when I watch you. Well, I'm glad to hear that. That makes me feel great. I'm glad that I can bring you some peace. That's all I desire. I hope I can also make you giggle every once in a while. That's also a plus. You're winding yarn. Ooh, that's fun. It's fun when it's not completely knotted and hellish, but it is fun when it's pretty straightforward. It's just a satisfying activity, I think. I love this hook. It makes me so happy. Although right now it's caught in some naughty bits, so there we go. I was like, it's not making me happy right now. As soon as I said it made me happy, I looked up your Etsy, but the fidget balls were not posted yet. Yeah, I just posted them, I think yesterday or the day before. Let me make sure they're posted because I did post them. Yes, I did post them. The post is active. It is called the Stress Relieving Squishy Crocheted Brain Ball. You have one around your neck. It's around my neck because I don't have a proper one. Like a yarn winder. Is that what you're talking about, Jennifer? I had the other day in different sizes and different yarns to see what I like best. What did you end up liking best? Oh, I love hearing that. Yeah, they're so easy and fun to make. It's a great scrap yarn project, I think. It's coming along well. So I have one leg done. It's gonna be pretty big, bigger than I expected. So this is one leg. I'm gonna fill the bottom. I'm just gonna do a small layer of those glass beads that are in like decorative bases and stuff. I'm gonna do a layer of that so it'll give it some sturdiness to stand up. I'm gonna get that like at the dollar store. And then I'm just making the other leg right now. So this is what I have so far. I believe I measured it and it's about 5.5 inches, 5.5 inches. And then I realized that my hooks, so because Furl's handles are so large, they would not fit in to the 4mm. Like I can't, like they won't fit further than like an inch and a half. So what I decided to do is once I make the body, I'm gonna switch over. This is an M/N from Clover. It is a 9mm hook, and I'm going to do the body in this. And still kind of on the fence about stuffing. But I think what I'm gonna do is just do polyfill like I would normally do, and if stuffing peaks out, it'll make it a little bit more of an authentic voodoo doll experience. That's what I'm telling myself, at least. Um, so, because I can't think of anything else to fill it that the hooks would go into really easily, that's affordable, and I have a ton of polyfill. So, so yeah, so that's what my plan is so far. Saying hey to each other in the chat, love that. And I love this hook. I'm just gonna I'm gonna write like a love poem for this hook. It's like, dear Furl's hook, your 4mm body is perfect. For the fidget toy, I like Chanel yarn because it's squishy but not durable enough, so I think the Bernat blanket yarn is the best. Each change in hook size increased my project by just over an inch. Yeah, they can get pretty big. So yeah, I was thinking about that because I really like the what did I use? Did I use a 4.5 or 5.5? Uh, I have it in there with my, actually I have it, where do I have it? I know I talked about it in the video, so I'm gonna have to rewatch the video. But whatever size I used, I thought was perfect. It was perfect hand size. Yeah, it's gonna be a big old doll. And it's gonna stand up. So it's gonna be I mean, I imagine that this doll is going to be about 20 inches tall, at least, with the big old pumpkin head. Now, the fact that I'm making a pumpkin head will reduce the height of the sphere, but it's gonna be. I need to make sure it's not too top heavy so it doesn't fall down. But I'm so excited to get this all done. I just like one. I hate amigurumi. I hate just doing single crochet. It drives me nuts because I feel like I'm not getting anywhere. Um, but also I just want to have a place to store my beautiful hooks that I'm so proud of, and I'm so, like, these are such investments. You know, all crochet hooks are, even the cheapest ones are investments. So I don't think it'll work super well for my clover hooks, because clover hooks have this like rubberized um, handle, and I don't think it'll slip into the stitch as well. But because I'm making it larger, maybe it will. I don't know. It'd be cool to have all my hooks in there, but I don't. I'm not holding my breath for it. And plus, it might overwhelm just kind of the aesthetic. So I only have, I think I counted five. I have a 4.5, a 4, a 5, a 6, and a 6.5. So that's five hooks that I know about. And then I have one that I don't know where it is. Granny G gave it to me, and like an idiot, I lost it. I think it's in my like work in progress. Like, I have a bag of whips, and I think it's in there, but I'm not quite sure. So don't tell Granny D I lost her her beautiful, amazing, sweet, generous gift, because I will be an asshole. I am an asshole. So it's just my cross to bear in life. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see how many hooks I decide to keep in there. I also have some. I did a video where I compared Boy and Susan Bates, and I have some of those hooks, and I have a whole. I have a whole case of metal hooks. This is like the first. These are the first hooks I ever had. When I decided to start crocheting, these are the hooks that I got. So I don't think I'll take these out of the case because they are really convenient to have just there, and they go really small. I think this is a 1 millimeter hook, and they go from there. No, this is a 0.9. That's so small. Who makes stuff that small? That's like a toothpick. so, um, so I already have this case, so I feel like it'd be redundant to like take it out of the case to put it in a thing. But I do have like loose, like here's like a loose Susan Bates hook that might be good to just store in there. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll see. Whatever looks cooler. I just thought the furls would look cool and give them a good storage space. Because I just don't like keeping them in the box. They're beautiful works of art. They should be displayed as such. And what better way to display a crochet hook than by stabbing it into something? That's all I'm saying. There's another project that I want to do that involves amigurumi. It's not amigurumi. It is making a figure out of crochet. I don't even know how to define amigurumi, so it might be amigurumi. I don't know. But it's a pattern that I downloaded a while ago, and it's for an African granny spider. I don't know if that's what it's called. It's like African spider, like something like that. Like it's a very particular stitch. Um, and I tried it at the time. I was even more of a novice at crocheting. Ooh, hey, handsome. Ooh, triple C. coming in the building. We're working on a little voodoo doll today because I wanted something to store my furls hooks in. So that's what we're working on. And I just got two new furls hooks, and I am loving them, especially the 4mm, which I'm using right now. It's just beautiful. It's like more clear at the end and more pink at the base, and then it has gold glitter all throughout, and it's stunning. I didn't think I would like a pink hook, but like, boy, do I. I am in love. And it's just got some pearlized pigments in there. It's just, furls really outdid themselves. They're always outdoing themselves. If I had all the money in the world, you bet I would be getting all those furls hooks. But I just have one of each size that I'm going to use, and that's it. So, but I need a place to store them so that I can take good care of them, keep them nice and safe and warm. I mean, I guess nothing needs to be warm in the summertime. Everything is hot. It's too hot. So I'm just working in the round. I'm not doing anything special. I'm not reinventing the wheel. Really, like, so I'm going with really simple shapes for all of my body parts. All I did was crochet in the round. I crocheted a flat circle. I did 4 rounds, and then I think 4 rounds, 3 or 4 rounds, where it was about 3 inches in diameter, and then I just crocheted straight up, all single crochet with a 4mm hook. Nothing fancy. I'm using Pound of Love, which I've never really used before, and I know why now, because it splits like a mother, and I find that very rude. So, including right now when I'm trying to do freaking slip stitch, it's acting a fool, and I just don't appreciate it. I don't. Okay, we're gonna pull out. That doesn't sound right. Okay, but you guys expect that of me by now, I hope. If you don't expect something dirty or stupid to come out of my mouth, what are you even doing here? Also, after this video, I'm gonna eat some lunch. I've been trying to make sure that I eat more. Those of you who follow or watch my video on taking care of myself and self-care, that whole video, um, that all that nonsense. God, these get like stuck in there. Get them out. It's annoying. Um, I did a list of things that I need to do to take better care of myself, just because I've always been one of those people who doesn't really take care of themselves because I don't particularly like myself. So if I like wither away into nothing, I just don't care. And I'm trying to change that pattern, change my mindset, get a more positive outlook on myself and on life, and not be so pessimistic about things, which is really hard when you were born and bred to do that. But I believe that anybody can do that if they set their mind to it. At least that's what I'm telling myself. And so I'm trying to, one of the things I wanted to do was to take better care of myself, was make sure I was eating meals at reasonable meal times. And I kind of messed it up today because I woke up really late. I have so much dry skin on my lip. It's ridiculous. Sorry, I need to have a moment. I exfoliated my lips yesterday, and like, you think they'd be better than this today, but they were worse. It's rude. Ugh, gross. Sorry, I'm nasty. So I'm trying to eat regular meals, and taking better care of myself. So one of my goals was to eat 2 to 3 meals a day, because if I don't try, I'll literally eat 1 meal a day, and um, believe it or not, that's not healthy for you. And I don't have eating disorder, in case you're wondering. I just have a lot of um, past trauma that uh, relates to food. And so it's more of like a trauma thing than you know, it's a cute little trauma thing, rather than eating disorder. And so I need to make sure I'm taking care of myself. So I will be eating lunch after this. You guys can hold me accountable if you want. I did not eat breakfast, so I need to make sure I eat lunch and dinner. Um, and I also need to put the oat milk back in the fridge. I always forget because I think I'm gonna have like 3 cups of coffee, and then I don't, and I'm like, oh shit. I'm just gonna get a little baby babe. So what's on your hug? What's in your cup? What are you working on? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? What do you want to be when you grow up? All those questions, please answer in the comment section, or in the chat. Also, if you hear some weird piano music in the background, my dad is watching something. I don't know what he's watching, but it sounds freaking weird. I don't know what he's watching. Yeah, see, my hair isn't sticking straight up. Guys, it can do this. All it needs is a handful of gel. And then I get this like Elvis curl down here. It's like Elvis situation, which I kind of love. I feel like it's like, I don't know, kind of like, I see it as this like hyper masculine kind of, I want to learn better crochet. What do you mean by that? Because I do too. I just want to know what you mean by that. Because I don't, I still consider myself a pretty novice crocheter. I'm not a great crocheter. I stick to what I know. I do that. I I don't I don't venture out as often as I should. But there's a lot of things that I've done recently that um, have helped me. One of them is designing and actually making stuff, like doing this amigurumi and trying to think about shapes and stuff and how I want everything to look. Has helped me um, kind of start thinking more about uh, shapes and designs and stuff like that. How this stitch is going to affect this going down the road, all of that. I'm sure someone like Dana knows all about designing and how that can change how you view different things. Because Dana's got some ugh, amazing, amazing designs. If you haven't seen Dana's designs, get out of this video. Go look at her channel. Go look at her designs on her website. You are missing out because she does fabulous things. I'm stuck on a pattern, and it's the wording, I think. The way it's written out, I'm waiting for an email reply. That's great that you're emailing the designer. I've had to do that as well, and I didn't always know that I could do that, so I would just get stuck and I just leave a project. So I think that that shows growth too. It's just making knowing that you can email the designer. Got to take on the dog to the grocery tomorrow. Just thought maybe put some heavier stuffing in the legs if you want. Yeah, I'm gonna put some glass beads in the bottom so that it'll stand up. I'm definitely gonna do that. Because I want it to be like cemented to wherever I put it. It might lean a little bit just due to its height. I'm not putting any wiring. Ooh, ooh, ooh. What if I built a like wire frame to put in it? I don't want to do that. That sounds like work. Because I want it to be just kind of like limp, but it would be cool if I could like pose it or something. I don't know. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, so it's gonna probably have to lean, but I am gonna put some glass beads that they put in vases and stuff. I'm gonna get some from the dollar store, and I'm gonna dump them in the bottom of the feet so that the feet have a lot of weight, and will stick down. Um, Hello, Fish Ranch Aquatics. Welcome in. Some rice in the bottom, maybe. That's a good idea. The only problem is, well, there's two potential problems with that. I don't mean to shoot down your idea. Hey, Tammy, welcome in. Um, so two problems with rice. One, it would probably fit through the holes. Even like a long grain rice might slip through the holes. Also, rice and humidity. If there's any humidity in the air, rice starts to kind of smell. Um, I only know this because I love drag queens, and um, a lot of drag queens, when they start out, they make synthetic breasts by doing socks filled with rice. And they say that they start to stink because the humidity of the warmth and moistness of the body um, makes the rice kind of cook. Bye. Thank you for coming in. It's more the body that I'm worried about and what to fill that with, because that's gonna have larger holes. So I'm gonna probably do polyfill, but thank you for coming in, and hanging out with us. Welcome in, Mr. and or Mrs. Aquatics. Uh, Nice to see you in here. What are you making? So I am still working on my voodoo doll. I'm working on the second leg right here. For those of you who don't know, I am making a voodoo doll that will be huge. It will stand up, and it will hold my Furls crochet hooks. Now, Furls crochet hooks have thicker bodies, and so the holes need to be bigger to accommodate the size of the hooks. So I'm going to use an M/N clover hook, which is a 9 millimeter hook. And I'm going to do that to make the holes for the torso, so that I can stab in my furls hooks. Because these are more expensive hooks. They are literally works of art. Each one is different. They're so gorgeous. But they're ergonomic, but they roll when you try to just put them on a table. You can't just store them on a table. Um, so I wanted a creative way to store them, and that's what I'm working on. So I'm currently using one of those hooks to make this design. I'm using a pumpkin orange because honestly, it's what I had. Um, and I have two skeins of this Pound of Love in the color pumpkin spice. And I thought it would be cool. Actually, I believe it was my wife who came up with the idea. I don't want to take her idea from her. Because it's orange, to do a pumpkin head instead of a regular voodoo doll head. So pumpkins are really easy to make if you know how to make a sphere with crochet. Uh, they're really easy to make. All you do is make a sphere, and then you take yarn and you wrap it around the outside, and it creates those bumps that are iconically pumpkin shaped. So, so they're really, all I'm doing is fairly basic shapes. I'm not doing anything super revolutionary. I'm just like trying to work through a bad mental health day. And it's working so far. You guys always lift me up, make me feel good, and I appreciate that. Uh, I was really down at the beginning of this video, really cloudy, but I'm definitely, as I remember making the stress ball. Yeah. So, yes, I'm gonna make another stress ball today, probably. I haven't decided what color. I'm thinking about blue. Because I made a red one, so I make a blue one. I just whatever scrap yarn or small. Thank you, Tammy. I appreciate the hugs. I love, I love real hugs. I love cyber hugs. I love all kinds of hugs. Keep them coming if you want. Um, So, yeah, I'm just working on this crochet. It seems like a never-ending process because you just can crochet forever with a single crochet, and you're just barely moving up up the leg. But eventually, it'll come to something. So, one of my old postings on Etsy, my stress bad day could be on Monday, my birthday. Oh no, I hope your birthday isn't stressful. Well, I hope you have a relaxing, enjoyable birthday. That's my hope for you. But you do the best you can to get through the day. Get on here if you need to, vent if you need to, and I'm here for that. I love hearing other people vent because I'm like, oh, cool, I'm not the only one with problems. And that gets me out of my head. And I love helping other people. So it's like a win 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 win. Everybody wins. So I'm going to remove my stitch marker and move it up. And I'm going to go into the same stitch. And keep on working up. Ugh, my back is killing me. Oh my god, I can't wait to get my boobs cut off. I know that's like a random sentiment, but like, ugh, these things are heavy and they do me no good. I'm tired of them. My twin brother died less than 2 years ago. This is his first birthday I'm celebrating without him. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. I'm so, so sorry to hear that. And I know, I say I know, but honestly, I can't imagine. I can't imagine what that must be like. So please take the time to take care of yourself and, you know, honor yourself and your brother on this day, and just do your best. Honestly, I will give you all the hugs and all the love I can send to you. I will send that to you because that is very, very hard. I can only imagine. Um, so we're sending you lots of love so that you have a day that celebrates you and honors you and your brother. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I can only imagine. I'm very fortunate to not have to have dealt with that particular pain. And I know that twin relationships are a whole nother level of um, sibling. I'm still here, just move rooms. Okay, I'm glad you're still here. Um, so, we're all behind you. We all love you, and we all are sending you lots of hugs and love. Oh, I went through the yarn. Ugh. Okay, we're back. It's about 50 years. Oh, jeez. I can't imagine. Can't imagine. So, yeah, take care of yourself. That's priority number one. You just get through that day. And each day after will get a little easier and a little easier. But it's going to be tough. And you're strong and you can do it. So, we've got your back. Hey, Prince Daniel. Saying hey to Temmie. So, Daniel, I'm making a voodoo doll. I don't know if you've been here for any of my voodoo doll making, but I already have one leg done. The sucker's gonna be tall. And I'm working on the second one right now. It's going. I'm having a bit of a rough day, but it's getting better now that I have some lovely people around me, which is you guys. And I'm staying busy. I'm being productive, and that's what I need to do today to kind of get out of my own head. So, we're getting there. We're getting there. How are you doing? I try to get on here when I'm not feeling well because one, I'm a huge advocate for mental health, mental illness, and I want it to be clear that even if you don't have a mental illness, you do have to worry about your mental health. And you're not always going to have good days. Some days are going to be shit. And uh, some days are going to be shitty, and uh, I want it to be known that we are, I see you guys as a family. Um, yeah, I'm an advocate for special folks. Honestly, everyone's special in their own way, and we all deal with our own shit. Life sucks, frankly. Let's be honest, life sucks. And it's got its sucky moments, but let me rephrase it. It's got its sucky moments, but then it's got its great moments. And so I see you guys as family, and I want my family to feel as good as possible and to have the best lives possible. So we all create a support network um, for when someone's going through a hard time, and we're able to, you know, be around for people who need it. And that's what's so great about this YouTube family is that we are, and I love that and I appreciate that, and I needed that today. I came on here because I needed that today. I needed you guys to metaphorically kick me in the ass and say, "Hey, you need to do something. Or you're gonna sit and wallow on the couch and watch 400 episodes of Good Mythical Morning and just feel like shit. Even though you're laughing, you still feel like shit. So I needed you guys today, and you guys came through, and I can't appreciate you guys enough. I can't express my appreciation enough. Those moments a lot. Yeah. I mean, we all do. And that's the thing that nobody talks about. When it's like, it's taboo. We don't talk about it. But if we just talked about mental health more, man, we would all be in such a better place. If we all went to therapy, man, would our relationships with ourselves, with other people be so much better? Probably. So I'm just an advocate for people, taking care of themselves. Thanks, Timmy. I appreciate that. This hook is amazing. That is a song by Ian Walker. Have you ever heard of the gaslight effect? I know what gaslighting is, but I don't know what the gaslight effect is. Can you tell me more about that? Triple C's in the house. Maybe she's been in the house. I don't know. Maybe she walked out of the house. She came back in the house. Who knows? I do remember you were here. Yeah, I knew you were here. I didn't know. Yeah, we just been chit chatting. I'll never forget you, Dana. I'll never forget you in a million freaking years. Effect, worst form of mental abuse one can do to another. Um, yeah, I didn't know that. I mean, I do know that gaslighting is a real problem. Okay, Jennifer. Well, thank you so much for coming in. I really appreciate it, and I hope you have a great day. Thank you for being part of my recovery, my better day as a result. So thank you, Jennifer. I appreciate it. Stay dinky. If that's not your saying, it should be. Stay dinky. Package prizes. Dana, you do the most. You in the best way possible. Dana is running like 18 businesses up in here. And if you guys don't follow Dana, one, I don't know why you're here. Two, Dana is a boss. So if you want to see how to be a boss, if that's your aspiration to be a boss, particularly a boss ass bitch, but whatever you want to be, follow Dana. Um, so, uh, yeah, everyone's saying hi to you, Timmy. Only if they're happy tears. Only if they're happy tears. No sad tears up in this house. That's my job. I didn't cry today though. I really felt like it. When I first logged on, I was like, I was so like shaken with anxiety and I was so foggy in my mind. And I was like, man, I just want to cry. And uh I was just like, ugh, I don't know if I can do this. Should I do this? Is this a bad idea? And turns out it was the best idea of the day. So Good job, me. I held it together long enough to turn it around. And that's all bad days are. They're just days waiting to turn around. And if we can view it like that, you know, we'll be a lot better. But you can't always view it like that. Sometimes you're stuck in it. Yay! No tears left to cry. Ariana Grande up in this. Yes. We're just, we're survivors. We're thrivers. Do I use ceremonial herbs? I use some, not many, because a lot of things require burning, and like sage and like lavender, dried lavender, things like that. I don't. So I when I used to be more into that world, I did. But Melanie's migraines, she's very sensitive, and I am not able to do a lot of the stuff that I was doing before. So even sage, like sometimes sage is too strong for her, and I think also she's got kind of negative connotations with it from her past. So so yeah, we don't really burn or do anything. I do have crystals. I have some like spheres and stuff. Um, no Tears Left to Cry was my jam. Yes, I love Ariana Grande. She puts out some bops, as the kids say. I do have some gems that I always wear. You'll always see me like rolled up herbs. I've seen people roll their own herbs and like smudge sticks. I've seen some incredible things. I've not done them myself. I've always done kind of like a prepackaged, little sage smudge number. But I'm all for that kind of stuff, and I just love fragrance, and I love um, Mary Jane herbs. Oh, so Melanie partakes because it helps her pain and Ian, do you smoke? You gotta be clear on the ceremonial herbs. There's a lot of ceremonies going on there, Dana. Um, I do not, because and it's not that I have any problem with it. I'm a firm believer in its healing power of the mind, body, spirit, all of it. I think it's great for most people. For me, with my conditions, I find that it makes me very paranoid. It makes me very self conscious, and it makes me want to crawl into a ball and die. So I don't partake, but I encourage others to partake. Now, it is not legal in our state. But Delta 8 is, and Delta 9, which is the same thing. I don't get it. Anyways, but Melanie does partake in uh, in Delta 8 uh, options, and they do help her pain significantly. So why that shit ain't legal, I don't know. I do know it's politics and it's the war on drugs, which we're not going to get into today, kids, because that is racism. That's okay. Anyways, you're Native American. That's so cool, Temmie. What tribe? I'm part Native as well. Back in the day, I wanted to ask you because your eyes are very low. I used to think you were having a ball. No, I just have really small, just small ass eyes. Um, I used to back in the day. I would get paranoid and make everyone lock the doors. Yeah, it makes me paranoid. I I sit there and I'm like, people are laughing, having fun, doing shit, whatever, and I'm like, everybody hates me. And the last time I got high, I drank one beer, literally one beer, and I smoked, and um, I was I got sick. I started throwing up. I was paranoid. I was like, everybody hates me. Everybody wants me out of this house, and it was just a whole lot of no. Rick James's Mary Jane, it kind of gave me Friday movie vibes. I want to watch Friday now. Yeah. Don't we all? Every time that you mention the movie Friday, all you want to do is watch it and be like, damn. You're Sulagi. Sorry if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. And your husband is Cayuga and Seneca. Very cool. I am part Comanche. I don't. Oh, okay. AKA Cherokee. Okay. Yeah, we have a lot of Cherokee here in North Carolina, so definitely more familiar with that name for it. But yeah, uh, so uh, yeah, I'm part Comanche. I'm 1/16th, I think. Celestia. Okay, Celestia. Okay, thank you for doing that. I've seen that movie 1,000 times. Yeah. Then there are so many good movies. Oh, there was one movie that my wife was like, "Oh, this is on some streaming channel that we have. You should watch it." And I don't remember what it was. Hmm. Yeah, I love movies. Everybody, type your favorite movie in. Type your favorite movie in. That's what we should do. I think you guys will be very surprised at my favorite movie. I think you guys will be very surprised because it seems very out of character for me because I like spooky stuff. So I want to see your favorite movies. You're glad you don't. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, good for you. No, I know it's a thinker. It's a thinker. I only know mine because I've done some soul searching, and I realized that um, blood is blood, and the path of your journey is held by what you claim. It's a choice to be part or not. Blood is blood. Okay, yeah. Seven brides for seven brothers. Oh, I've never seen that. Oh, that sounds interesting. Oh, hello, Merlin and the serpent. Welcome in. We are making a voodoo doll today. It's a slow process. I'm not gonna lie, it's a slow process. Mostly because I'm slow and it takes me a while to process. Um, so, I just asked everyone what their favorite movie is. It's a musical. My movie is a musical too. Yeah. So, what is your favorite movie? Anything related to Shirley Temple? Oh, really? Oh, nice. Um, yeah, she was sh- definitely. I was gonna say Shirley talented, and then I was like, that's too punny for me. As well as Gigi in Oklahoma. Never seen Gigi or Oklahoma. I know I'm a bad gay, but that's just what it is. Um, yeah, I've seen a lot of musicals, but I haven't seen a lot of like the classic musicals, quote unquote classic musicals. Um, no, Darsha, you shut your whore mouth. I'm sorry. My favorite movie is The Sound of Music. My favorite movie is The Sound of Music. I'm not lying. Sorry, I called you a whore. Yeah, I love The Sound of Music. I like to think of my so I don't know why I'm so weird, but I like to think of my celebrity grandmas. They're not related to me at all. My celebrity grandmas as Betty White, rest in peace, um, and Julie Andrews, because I feel like that summarizes me. My favorite things if I'm sad. That's so sweet. That's so sweet. Oh, yeah, I usually just cry. I my favorite movie is yeah, is The Sound of Music. Now there's a lot of music. We're soulmates. We are. I don't think I've ever met someone else whose favorite movie was Sound of Music. Um, So, yeah, I love that. But I love, man, I love so many different movies. I love watching movies. They keep me entertained. I love basically everything but horror. And I can do some horror. I can do like gore, but I can't do like a lot of suspense and like psychological uh, or even like or paranormal. Paranormal, I don't mess with that. I don't play around with that. I don't no, we don't play those games. So I you did book reporter on Shirley Temple. She was an icon. She was. It was so hard when it was only on TV once a year. Yeah, it's such an iconic movie. Darsha, we are soulmates. Didn't we have a twin moment the other day too? We might be twins. Who's your father? Yep, we're twins. It's official. Two things, we're twins. Done. Yep. Um, Sound of Music is a classic. Yes, it is. Um, I was one of a twin. I was an only. Yeah. I don't think the world could take two of me. But it sounds like it already has. So I hope you don't have all the mental conditions I have. I hope for your sake. But um, I have two sisters, and it's an experience having siblings. Nurses here, take care. Temmie, bye. Thank you for coming in. Thanks for staying with us. Is friends that help make it better. That's absolutely true. I feel like, I call my friends chosen family. I know that's big in the queer community. Um, because sometimes, when you're queer, your real family, and even when you're not queer, your real family um, can reject you, can abuse you, all of these things. And but when you grow up, you get to pick the people you surround yourself with. You get to pick your family. So I like the term chosen family a whole lot because um, you really get to pick and choose who you want in your life. West Side. I haven't seen West Side Story. I haven't seen the new one either. I think if I watch it, I want to watch the classic. Um, Mostly because I don't really like Lin Manuel Miranda. Sorry, it just doesn't do it for me. Um, but I have not seen that uh, yet. So, but it's on a long list of musicals I need to watch. So if you know anything about me and my life, uh, so my wife, her uh, father, so my father-in-law, I almost said husband, and I was like, that's me. Her father-in-law, her father, my father-in-law is a musical conductor, and he loves musicals. Um, and but he's very particular about his musicals. So there are so many musicals that I'm like, he'll talk about, and I'm like, I haven't seen that. Oopsies. And I feel like a pariah for um, for not having seen that. So I know I'm lacking in the musical department, but um, I wasn't a musical theater nerd or anything like that. I did do chorus for a while, so things like Rent. We did Rent. We did Seasons of Love type things. Like, of course, I've seen Rent. Um, but even things like Avenue Q, like I haven't seen that. Pirates of Penzance is hilarious. Oh, I would love to see that. Yeah. See, I have so much to catch up on. I am behind the times. Okay, so I've seen Dirty Dancing. Um, it's okay. It's okay. Grease. I watching it now. I I used to like it all right, but watching it now, I'm just like, this is fucked up. Like, this is kind of like a pretty like it hasn't aged well in my opinion. Um, but a lot of things don't age well. That's okay. But yeah, I tried. It came on VH1 one day when I was right after I watched RuPaul's Drag Race, um, and I tried to watch it, and I didn't even make it halfway. I was like, man, this movie is, mm-mm, nope, this would not fly. Um, so sorry, I don't like Grease. Okay, so now we've talked about movies, we've talked about musicals. What shows are you guys watching? I need some ideas for shows. Mainly because I love Grease because Olivia Newton-John. Yes, so I love Olivia Newton-John. I have to. I'm forced to by the laws of being a queer person. I love Olivia Newton-John. She wasn't the problem. It was mostly John Travolta. Um, Also, the lyrics are pretty pretty like if you listen to like Grease Lightning, and there's a lot of lyrics that are pretty harshly like misogynistic, like kind of rapey, kind of fucked up. Like it's weird. It's weird. It's a whole vibe that I'm not into. Um, so if you like it, you can like it. I don't judge you. But it's just that was kind of the thing. Um, and they also blocked out a lot of the lyrics, which made me think about a lot of the lyrics. Like because they had censored it, I was like, like um, they censored one thing that I thought wasn't that bad, And then they didn't censor uh, the Chixel cream for Grease Lightning. And I was like, but they censored something that was like a lot more tame and like Phantom of Oprah. Phantom of the Opera. Yeah, that's a fun one for me. My father-in-law doesn't like that, but I do, and I like the theatrics of it. It's a very fun show to watch. This hook is on fire. Garfield, Scooby-Doo, Rugrats, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. I haven't watched Yu-Gi-Oh before, but if you put Scooby-Doo on, I am always in. No matter which show it is, I am I am a huge Scooby-Doo fan. Both me and my wife are huge Scooby-Doo fans. I should get a tattoo of Scooby-Doo. That'd be cute. Oh my god. Get the mystery gang. Oh, get the mystery mobile. Oh, or the mystery machine. Oh, that'd be cool. I watch reality cooking and decorating mainly. That's cool. Yeah, I was watching decorating for a while and it made me so inspired to decorate everything. And I want to change everything. And then I was like, I'm so lazy. I'm not going to change anything. Yeah, I've been watching Bones with my wife. And that to me is really interesting. Um, so, Paw Patrol, Princess, Avatar. I haven't seen any of those. Um, I know Paw Patrol's big with the kids these days. Um, but and Princess Sophia. Is Princess Sophia the one that's from the Kingdom of Enchantia? Because my wife and I like to joke about that a lot. Um, so uh, yeah, I we don't watch that many cartoons. The only cartoon we really watch is Scooby Doo. Um, that's mainly it. And we don't watch any anime. I would watch probably more anime, but my wife's just not into it, which is fine. Um, because I find the whole genre to be a little intimidating to like get into. Like I find it really intimidating to like get into an anime because I just don't know where to start. There's so many. Bones is really good. The books for Bones are so incredible. I want to read the books. The 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 show is so fun. We love that show. Let's see what else are we watching. So we watch a lot of Josh Gates on Discovery Plus. So he does Expedition Unknown, and so he does a lot of like historical like digs and stuff like that. Tempe is fascinating and travels more in the books. Oh, cool. Guy Fieri. I watch anything cooking with Martha Stewart. Did you watch that show with Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg? I enjoyed that so much. They are just such a cute little couple. I'm gonna call them a couple because they're two people, but they're just too funny. Martha's so serious, and then Snoop just comes in and he's just like doing Snoop things. So good. Josh in Egypt last night. I have not seen Josh in Egypt yet. I'm waiting for my wife to come back from her parents. Sometimes she's kind of bitchy. Yeah, she really is. She's a little like. I wonder if she was like that before prison. let's see. So I personally, when I have like me time, I watch, um, honestly, like I'm a sucker for like a gay drama. So I love Heartstopper. If you haven't seen Heartstopper, get offline right now. Go see Heartstopper. It's on Netflix. Um, it is so wholesome, so sweet, so cute, and really just a gem of a show. I've started watching the new Queer as Folk, which is on. Is it on HBO? I don't know. We have a lot of streaming services because my wife is addicted to TV. But but I started watching the new Queer as Folk because I love the old one, and the new one kind of rattled my cage. She's a prissy grandma with plastics on the furniture. Yeah, she's just kind of like she has a stick up her ass, and not like the good kind. I'm just saying, chill out. You're a television host, not like doesn't need to be that serious. Queer Eye. I love Queer Eye. So we've watched all of the new Queer Eye, and then we watched some of Queer Eye for the Straight Guy, and that show, watching, comparing the two, the elevation that they did for Queer Eye, the new one, is so grand, and it's so like everyone actually has like a function that like matters, because like the culture guy like literally did nothing. He was so useless. But now like Gramo is like fabulous and does all these amazing transformations like with people's like spirits. Like it's so cool. So I love Queer Eye. Um, I think that they do a good job. My wife always says they do such a good job at meeting people where they're at, and I truly believe that they don't they come in with a lot less judgment than the old Queer Eye folks did, and really balance, make a uh, sustainable model for someone to be able to live. Whereas before, I think that sometimes they didn't. The new cast is incredible. I adore Tan and Bobby. I literally love every single one of them. Bobby and Tan have grown on me more as the seasons have progressed. But I love Karamo. Um, I love I love Jonathan. I love Jonathan. And I love Anthony as well. So I literally love the whole cast. But Tan and Bobby, they both have beautiful stories that I'm so glad that they get to share. You know, each one of them has their own story of why they're such a good fit for the show. So I could talk for ages about that show. But yeah, we're caught up, so we're not currently watching it. But we do turn on the first season sometimes to fall asleep. That's one of our sleep shows. Tan is so fashionable. Bobby's so deep. You know, we call him Bobbers in this house, and Bobbers is just like, he's a precious little angel. And like, oh my gosh, that episode that they did with the church, it really touched my soul in so many ways. Just the growth and with the woman who wanted to do like a community room for teens. Um, and she was so giving and so such a big heart, and like Bobby was able to talk to her about his issues with church and how he grew up and everything, and that just was like so beautiful to watch that transformation happen literally right in front of your eyes. It was just it brought tears to my eyes. It was so gorgeous. Yeah, I was too. Yeah, I was like, yes, this is it. This is everything I needed. And the fact that he could feel comfortable and loved, I think that that's what a church and any space should be about. So it was so sweet. Yeah, mm, that show really just gets me in the heart every time. They always manage to. And there was that one guy who was in the wheelchair, who he like Karamo like had to meet up with his shooter, and like, oh my gosh, like that was. Am I a fan of The Bachelor? So, I do watch The Bachelor and The Bachelorette. I watch the first half, and then I hate it. Um, so fan is loose. I like watching people be crazy on reality TV, and that's what I get from the first half. And then those people get weeded out, and I'm like, no, it's boring. Um, and also, I don't necessarily have a lot of belief in the system. Uh, but my wife loves the show, and uh, she that's one of the shows that she's like, she finally got me to watch, and I was like, okay, this is more fun than I thought it would be. Like the group dates and stuff. I just like, I had imagined it as this show of like delusional people who like were like, I'm gonna find love on TV, and I guess some people do. Like some people are still married today, but I just watch it for the crazy folks, honestly. I get embarrassed watching people make idiots out of themselves. I don't get embarrassed. There are some moments where I get secondhand embarrassment, but I I eat that shit up with a spoon. I'm like, it's you, not me. You know what I mean? Finally, someone else is making an ass out of themselves. That's my mentality. It's very healthy. Okay, so here's another question. You guys ready? So, what are some of your hobbies? And if you are a crocheter, a knitter, something like that, you cannot say that. So we're excluding crocheting and knitting. Anything fiber arts we're excluding, unless it's like spinning wool. I want to hear about that. But tell me about your hobbies. Reading. Oh, that's good. Yeah. I like I said, I read a lot, but I exclusively kind of only now read fan fiction, because I'm a creeper and have become that person. But I would love to read more books. And I'm reading a lot of self help books right now, and those don't make me feel good. That's actually why I was in a bad mood, because I was reading a self help article, and it put me in a bad mood. But yeah, I need to read more. What kind of books do you read? Other than Bones, of course. Ugh, my back. I have terrible posture. I need like one of those chairs that like makes me sit up straight. This is a pretty uncomfortable chair, and I'm pretty uncomfortable because I'm still sore from working out 2 days ago. I cleaned the bathrooms yesterday, so I guess I technically worked out yesterday. Everything. I love nonfiction, history, and archaeology. Anything except horror and love stories. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah, I haven't read a lot of nonfiction history or archaeology in a long time. I used to be obsessed with ancient Egypt. Obsessed. I mean, who wasn't? If you're a millennial or a previous generation, when the mummy came out, you wanted to know, you wanted to be an Egyptologist. I'm just telling you, you wanted to be an Egyptologist. And like, I read everything I could find about ancient Egypt. Everything. I even like got a little stamp kit with hieroglyphics and learned hieroglyphics, like the basic alphabet. But I haven't done a lot of other cultures or things, so I definitely need to find out about more of the world than just Egypt. Hey, Michelle. Gotta go to work. Love you. I love you too. Thanks for dropping in. It was like drooping in. I'm like, hope you're not drooping. Dropping. Where you basically sit forward with your knees on a bar. Oh, nice. My husband has 5 back surgeries, and they're the only chair he can use when modeling. Oh, yeah. Going to leave you running. That's so sweet. Thank you. Yeah, when I worked, I had a really good chair, and then even when I worked from home, I had a really nice chair. But when we moved, it was just one of those things that it was just too big. We just started throwing stuff away, and it was like, do you want to keep this chair? And it was just like, man, it's just too much to bring this chair, because we had packed the trailer full, so the chair got tossed. Um, but yeah, it was a nice chair. Um, I mean, it was a good chair. It wasn't a great chair, but it was a good chair. But I need something better now because I feel like I'm sitting on a cement block. Cement block. Cement block. What are words? And why do they matter? I love this hook. I can't get over it. One day I'll shut the fuck up about this hook, I promise, but not today. Oh, Melanie. Oh, is that a beautiful woman in my chat? That's my wife, guys. That's why I'm hitting on her. No, you won't shut up about the hook. Shut up. You call me out in front of all these people? That's rude. But it is a really beautiful hook, and it works like a charm. So. We were talking about Queer Eye just a little bit ago. You might only when new furls hooks come out. No, I told everyone that I'm not buying new furls hooks. I have all the sizes I need. Why do I need duplicates? Unless I get the Odyssey hooks, which have metal ends, which that's different. But the but like I don't need duplicates of like resin ones. Felt the same way. see some Bachelor and Bones talk in the chat as well. Yeah, we talked about The Bachelor. I told them how you converted me. But I was like, I only watched the first half of the season when the crazy people are there. And then I'm out. We also, we talked about Queer Eye in depth, particularly about some of like the better or the best episodes, and how literally every one of them is fantastic and we love them. So, Mel, I finished this leg. It's a little stumpy, but like, whatever. And then working on this leg. We're getting up to size. Probably have like, 8 more rows. Something like that. I don't know. It's so hard to tell because like the bottom wants to flare out more. But in this one, but who cares? Looks great, bubs. Thank you, bubs. She's currently watching The Bachelorettes without me, and she's gonna catch me up. She hit the back. Oh yeah, Melanie loves spoilers. She's like the spoiler queen of all time. If you tell her you don't want spoilers, she won't give you spoilers, which I appreciate. But if you want spoilers, I know the person to go to. Oh, making friends in the chat warms my heart. My cold, brittle heart. So we're at like an hour and 40 minutes. So I'm gonna try to like get as much done here because honestly, I'm far less productive, which I know is hard to believe. I'm far less productive once I get offline. So I'm gonna try to get as much done here as I can, and then I'm gonna log off for the day, probably at the 2-hour mark. So we got 20 more minutes to make magic happen, guys. I like to use these as hand covers. I don't know why. Probably doesn't feel it. Ian Mittens. Does Melanie craft as well? Melanie, do you want to answer that one? All this yarn is mine. She can't have it. That is true. We don't have room for that. But Melanie likes coloring and stuff that I don't like doing. You're a horrible mechanic. Well, cool. Well, I will not let you work on my car. Wait, no, I was like, I'm not really sure where this is going, but I'll roll with it. I'm a pretty decent mechanic. I'm just very weak. So if it's something that I have to like really work to get off or something like that, I'm just like not not built for it. But I'm going to the gym to get some muscles, you guys. I want to have muscles. I don't want to be like a super muscly guy. I don't even think that's possible. I don't even think that's in the cards. But I want to have like some muscles. We can't all be good at everything. Exactly. That's what I say. I say that exact expression. We really are twins. It's kind of creepy, but I'm into it. Oh, Jackie Chan karate films? Hell yeah. He is a legend and an icon. He is amazing. Did any of you like Kung Pao Enter the Fist? Because I know someone who can quote that entire movie, and they were in the chat. Yeah, that's a tough argument. I mean, I was more of a Jackie Chan fan, but like it doesn't take away from like the amazingness um, of all of Bruce Lee's talents. So have better posture, Ian. Bitch. I also have not seen those, as you know. Here's something that I can do to embarrass Melanie. Melanie hadn't seen the Matrix movies until like this past year. Look at this hair. What is it doing? Why are you here? Oh, babe, you missed it. I had like a little Elvis curl earlier. It was really cute. Look at that. Don't I look like Elvis? Only seen the first Matrix movie. That's a good place to stop. Honestly, they get progressively worse and worse. Had you seen Lord of the Rings movies? Yeah, I had seen them. I just didn't like them. I'm still confused about fucking names. There's too many people in those movies. Everyone's names sound the same. I'm still confused. Boo. You're cute. Star Wars. Yes, we are big Star Wars fans. We are also big Star Trek fans. I don't believe that there's any comparison between the two, despite popular belief. They're two very different series. Um, but yes, I do love Star Wars. Star Wars and Star Trek. I really want to play the video games. Like I really want to play Fallen Order. Um, Mostly because I'm a big Cameron Monaghan fan. Um, but I really want to play Star Trek, the original. Yes, the original series is so good. But we also love Next Gen. Both of our animals are named after Next Generation. We have Jean Luc. So my last name is Walker. So we have Jean Luc Skywalker Sturgis. That's our. I Oh, X Men. I love X Men. Yeah, X Men is iconic. That's my favorite Marvel franchise series. Period. Point blank. Um, Before I started courting Melanie, I got her a tribble that it vibrated. That sounds really dirty. It like shook and it made little sounds. When I went to New York Comic Con. So when I think I was courting her at the time. Probably. It's hard to tell because I was, and then I wasn't, and then we were dating. So I'm courting someone. I'm gonna get them something that vibrates. Works every time. 60% of the time, it works every time. Sex Panther. Thing off Not Another Teen Movie. I haven't seen that movie in literally, I was gonna say dozens of years. It hasn't. I guess it has been out dozens of years, but um, I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. This one. Instagram is blowing up right now. Got to do more work. Thanks for letting me hop on the chat. Well, I mean, I didn't really have a choice, but thank you for hopping on the chat. You're killing the leg game, Bubs. Thank you. It's leg day. Have fun working. We produce like gremlins after midnight. Yep. Or bunnies. Yeah. Triples multiply. That's the trouble with triples. Oh my gosh. I just thought of a cool tattoo. Okay. I'm having like a lot of tattoo inspiration right now. And always. What if I had, that iconic scene where he pulls open the hatch and all the tribbles fall down on him? Like, I'm talking about Kirk. Um, what if I got like the cartoon version of Kirk covered in tribbles, like as a tattoo? How cute would that be? I already have one Star Trek tattoo. I don't have any Star Wars yet. If I did, it would probably be the Sith logo, because I'm more of a dark side. I'm dark sided, if you will. Read that easily in captivity. Definition of the word courting. Um, so, trying to fuck. I think that's the best definition I can give you if you were looking for a definition. Um, but you know the expression. Yeah, but the triple tattoo would be cute. So I have the Star Trek insignia on me, and I have so talking about the original series and the original movies. Uh, I have the scene from Wrath of Khan where Spock and Kirk are have their hands up against the glass, and around the outside it says, "I have been and always shall be your friend." And it was really beautifully done by this artist here in Raleigh. Hurt like a bitch. I don't know how so many people have calf tattoos. Maybe I think I'm just a tattoo wimp, to be honest. I think I just have like, I'm just more sensitive. I mean, I was trying to date her, but I just thought it would be funny. I mean, I was trying to do both, technically. Neither is wrong. But yeah, so I do have a star. It's about this long on my right calf, and I got it for a friend who is a he is an amputee, and this is the leg that he has amputated. And we both are big Wrath of Khan fans. I mean, if you like Star Trek and you don't like Wrath of Khan, I kind of don't understand you as a person, because honestly, that movie could easily. I bet you swept off your feet with humor. Eventually, it took a while. We had an interesting first meeting, mostly on my part, because so I used to read comic books a lot. I haven't read comic books in so long. I should definitely do that again. That was really fun. But I used to read comic books a lot, and graphic novels, and uh, we worked together, and she started after me, and Melanie could talk to a brick wall and make friends with it. She's just that friendly, and I am a very quiet person when I'm getting to know someone. And so she so I was reading in the back, and I was reading Watchmen, and Watchmen is already a very dark dystopian. It's not that dystopian, it's kind of like really realistic uh, graphic novel. And if you know the book or the movie, the part where Rorschach is talking about how he became Rorschach with uh, finding basically a murderer had murdered a child and fed her to his dogs. It's very dark. It's very, very dark. And so I'm at this point. It's probably arguably one of the darkest points of the entire book. And Melanie comes in and she's like, "Hi, I'm Melanie." And I'm like, "Hi." And then she's like, "Oh, you're reading Watchmen? My brother read Watchmen." Cool. And she just kept on doing that. Um, Casper the Friendly Ghost. Oh, um, that's so awesome. Yeah, and so basically that's how our interaction went. And then for the first like month of knowing her, I couldn't remember her name. So I was like, Melody will help you. And, like, because she worked up front and I was a waxer. Um, and I kept on forgetting her name. And I was like, as my face when someone talks to me when reading. Exactly. Exactly. It's like if someone's reading, let them read. Just be like, hi, and then you can go. but but she loves making friends and talking to people and all this stuff. And so um uh I kept forgetting her name, which is awful. It's awful. It's honestly probably the worst first impression I've ever had with any person ever, like in the history of my life ever. And it was so bad. Um, I'm, but she apparently wanted to be my friend, and yeah, so we had a budding friendship, and then um, I tried to court her, and I identified as female before. No, I identified as female before, and when she met me, and she had never been with a woman. I guess still hasn't, but so she wasn't like I was like she's straight, she's not into it. Abort mission. Try to convert a straight girl, didn't work, and then we were still very very close friends, and then we she told me she liked me, and then I was like, ooh, this is a interesting turn of events. Did not plan for this, and that's how we started dating. Ta-da! So it's an hour and 58 minutes. So now that I've regaled you with the story of how I found the love of my life, I will let you guys go. But thank you so much for joining me today. I got a lot of work done. I think I maybe got like 2 inches on this guy in 2 hours. Oh, it's gonna take forever, ever. Um, but we're getting there. Like if you can see the leg size, we're getting there. So so yeah, I think if I keep going with this, I should be done with this leg tonight. If I don't keep going with it, then I'll be on here and doing it again. And then I'm going to try to make another stress ball as well. So, and try to find my bells so I can put a bell in it. So yeah. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. And if you didn't, call your local congressman and tell them that women's reproductive rights should be in the hands of women. So, what? I did I did not see that, but that's your bells did not work the best. Okay, interesting. Okay, maybe I won't add bells. Um, hmm, maybe I'll give it a try and see what I can do. Um, yeah. Cool. Well, thanks for letting me know. I appreciate that. Yeah. I mean, if lesbians want babies, they gotta get pregnant somehow. I'm just saying. I mean, we're literally having this talks now. It's like you gotta get pregnant somehow. Getting pregnant by a straight guy is the cheapest way to do it. because IVF, all that, they were too small and didn't ring well. Okay, yeah, I have some that are like that big, like the size of a dime or something like that, and they ring pretty well. I use them for cat toys, so they ring pretty well. But thank you for watching. I appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.